Hi, it's Ken Ham, and I'm here at the Ark Encounter with Sarah Jo. You're one of our zookeepers, or you're the head zookeeper, or
I'm the supervisor here.
The supervisor here. Okay, I should know that, shouldn't I? I'm the CEO. We're walking past. What do we have in here?
We have red kangaroos. They just arrived yesterday. So we have 3 girls and 1 male. The big guy, you can see him right there, and we can go in and check him out.
We can go right in.
Under.
Well, let's do that. Let's go in.
We'll
this is a beautiful zoo, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They did a really good job making sure these guys can be on grass. So that way they can nibble on that all day long. He squeezed through.
I got to let our videographer through here. There you are. You probably saw him jumping through the fence there.
These guys are adjusting to their new home wonderfully. They are loving the people, coming right up and seeing them. You can see our big male over there. He's checking them out. So we have the big male and then 3 females. We're still thinking of names for them. We were thinking Solomon for the big guy, and then we'll have to think of
You want people
names.
to suggest any names for them?
Yeah, they can. That would be helpful.
So you're going to use all biblical names?
Yes, we're doing all biblical names
here. So what
here.
other names have you got in the zoo?
We have Shem, Ham, and Japheth right here. And then Cain and Abel are little alpacas.
Oh, okay. Shem, Ham, and Japheth are the llamas?
The llamas,
yeah.
Yep. And then we have our, let's see, we've got our yaks haven't been named yet because we're trying to figure them out. We were thinking an Esther theme there. And then some of our goats, they have a Ruth theme. So we have Ruth, Naomi, and then Boaz and Obed.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know how you're going to remember all those.
I know.
So these are the kangaroos.
They are. And
wow, that just reminds you of being in Australia. These are so tame, aren't they?
Yes.
They're not like that in the wild.
Hi, baby girls. So they're very, very friendly, which is awesome because eventually we can get them as encounter animals. Hi, honey.
I didn't have my big microphone that we bought today. We just got to use this little one because the other one we left at home.
So obviously they're doing really well. They're really relaxed, enjoying the sun. And then once it starts getting a little bit hotter, they'll move inside. We'll provide them a little pool where they can cool off. The way they stay cool is they'll dip their arms or they'll lick their arms like she's doing right now.
So what happens? Yeah, go on.
They have a vein that lies there, so when they lick that, it actually cools off their entire bloodstream.
Oh, okay. So what happens in the winter here? Because we get snow and ice.
Yeah, in the wintertime, we'll see how we do. We have wallabies at the museum, and we basically build them a winter shelter. So they'll get extra insulation, lots of bedding, heated mats to lay on, heat lamps.
They're probably warmer than us.
Yeah, they're very spoiled.
Well, let's go over here. Can we go into look at some of the other animals
here? Yeah, absolutely.
Here?
We can walk in with the alpacas and then make our way over to the zebras.
All right, let's do that. And we're going to add more animals over time.
We are, absolutely.
What have we got coming? We hope some ostriches soon.
Yeah, hope some ostriches soon. And then we're getting lots more goats and sheep as a part of our petting area because right now we're renting animals through Honey Hills. They're helping us out for our petting area.
Oh, great.
So we've got a lot more goats and sheep coming.
Okay.
And then camels and standard donkeys are coming for rides.
I see the camel ride is nearly ready and the donkey ride nearly ready.
Yeah, nearly ready. Yep, they're almost done. So right here we have our boys. So this is Japheth right here, our black and white one.
Oh, here's Japheth.
Yes, and then...
Which is Ham? Seeing as my name's
Ham is
Ham.
the black one.
Oh,
he's the old man. He's 18 years old.
Okay. Oh, he's got brown hair and down the...
That one's Shem. The brown one is Shem.
Yeah. Okay.
Ham. So these guys are really silly. They're still a little bit shy, but they're really curious. So Japheth especially comes right up, and he wants to meet all of the guests.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to go out this gate, and then we'll go meet the zebras.
We go meet the zebras. And the, what are they, black and white stripes or brown and white stripes?
They're black and white stripes. They're Grant zebras, so they're a type of plain zebras. It's a subspecies.
Okay,
so they're actually pretty friendly.
They look like a beautiful, beautiful animal.
Oh, they're gorgeous. And the awesome thing is, too, they're different enough to where we can tell them apart pretty easily. So we've got 2 females. And we're hoping to make that a mixed exhibit, and we'll have other equine kind out here, so that way when people are going through the Ark and they're hearing this word kind over and over, they'll be able to see it in terms of animals that they know today. So they can relate the zebras and donkeys, they're in the equine kind together.
Okay.
And then our alpacas, llamas, camels, they're on the camelid kind
They're
together.
all the camel kind.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's even a purpose in the animals we choose, really.
Yeah, exactly.
In relation to the Ark. So
here they are, they're brand new. They're also doing wonderfully, eating and drinking just fine.
Wow, look at that. I'll have to see if Tommy Mitchell can reach over the gate here to video them.
This one is a little bit more timid. The other one, she is really, really friendly. If she sees us, she might come right up to us. We can walk down.
They're beautiful zebras.
They're gorgeous.
So this is a zoo with a difference. We're going to be teaching biblical worldview. A biblical world. How about that? A biblical worldview zoo.
Yes. It's awesome too for our staff because a lot of people that want to work in zoos, it's really hard for them Christians to work in a zoo because most of them teach evolution.
Well, wait a minute. Here's the other one coming. You said this one's really friendly.
Yeah, just we don't offer fingers, but she'll come up and she'll investigate you for sure.
So she would bite my fingers.
The way zebras greet each other is they kind of get a little mouthy, so it's not anything aggressive whatsoever.
So she's
That's
not
just her
attacking you.
natural
It's
behavior.
just
No, not at all. She's very, very friendly.
Oh, she is. Look at that.
And they've got these nice big sand pits. The bottom of it stays cool, so they'll roll around in it on hot days to keep themselves cool.
So this has been set up really professionally, hasn't it?
Oh yes,
I mean,
definitely.
what do you have? I mean, this one doesn't have grass because of their hooves.
Because of their hooves, yeah. So they'll tear up the grass quite a bit. So instead of keeping them on grass permanently, we have pastures that will rotate them out too, so that way they get a chance to be on grass and graze.
Okay.
Everybody else, all of it is irrigated too, so we can turn on the sprinklers, which is awesome enrichment for the animals as well.
We'll walk down here while we talk.
Yeah.
And I know she's sort of got an area in the pens where it sort of looks like a sand area, or what is that?
Yeah, those are the sand pits. So when they are getting hot, the top layer of the sand will stay hot, and then the animals can go over and paw at it, and the bottom layer is really cool. So they'll go over there and lay in it to stay cool. And then also we use it to keep flies off of them. So we can put a dust fly repellent in there, and when they roll around in it, they keep the flies off themselves, which is really nice.
And you can see it's all handicapped accessible here.
Yes, it is. We finally got it all paved. You can see right there, they're getting around just fine. Let's see if we can go through there to make it a little bit easier.
Particularly for an old guy like me with a bad back.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I see, that's where you feed the yaks over there?
Yeah, we actually had somebody out in Pennsylvania came out and helped us put that together. And he actually had a buddy that was a contractor. He helped build the ark. So he was more than happy. He used it as an excuse to come see the ark to help us build this feeder.
And to build the feeders. I see
Yeah.
they're working in there, so we got
They
more
are.
places. We're going to expand this over time, aren't we?
Right, exactly. And then hopefully too we'll add more bovine kind in here because these guys are related to cows. So what we can do is add a whole bunch of different animals that are in the same bovine kind to show all of the variation within that kind. Excuse us, guys.
It's not just an ordinary zoo.
No, it definitely has a purpose. And all of our
the biblical, as I said, the biblical worldview.
Yes.
That's what it is. So we'll get in here and have a look. These are interesting. So part of the bovine kind.
Yes, so we have Mama back
So Sarah
there.
Jo, you really know all about this stuff.
Yes. I've been doing this a while and I really, really love them. I'm going to close this gate behind you.
You sound excited.
I am. It was really exciting to get the zebras and kangaroos yesterday. And it's really cool to have people come in and talk to them, ask them where they're from. And they love the zoo. They think it's gorgeous. And these animals have a happy, content life. So
It is a beautiful,
I'll sneak around you and
beautiful zoo. And you guys here, you're so committed to looking after them. You look after them better
Day
than
and night.
probably better than a lot of places, what I imagine.
Yeah. And these guys have the best view of any of the rest of the animals. And they have access to go all the way down there and graze.
Ah, look at that.
So these are some
Get a
of
look at
our
a bit of the view over here, the rolling hills of Kentucky. Actually, you look over those from the restaurant. See the restaurant in the background over there. In fact, maybe we could just swing the video around here just to show you. From the zoo, we can see the restaurant. That restaurant is a 1,500-seat restaurant, and it's dwarfed by that massive ship over there. So anyway, let's go over here and look at these guys there. How close can we get?
We can get pretty close to them. They're just very shy. They're not mean at all. So these are Tibetan yaks. And these guys actually came from Moorhead, Kentucky, so they're relatively local, only about 2 hours away.
Okay, so
there's
they're
Mama.
Kentucky yaks.
Yes, they are. So this is Mama, and then her little baby's resting right behind her. He's still nursing, but they're doing great here, eating all of their hay and drinking their water. Mama's actually really curious. She comes right up to the fence to meet the guests, which is awesome.
So you think they like it here?
They do. They're very happy. They get constant care. They've got fly spray. They've got fresh water, fresh hay all the time. So
Okay,
they're
that's
doing
great.
wonderful.
Well, let's go down and look at the emus.
Yeah.
And then there's a petting zoo, and maybe we could sneak over to the barn where the public aren't allowed to go.
Yes.
Can we have a sneak peek in there?
Yes, we can. We can meet our new guys who aren't quite ready to be on exhibit, but they will be eventually, and they're going to be superstars because they are so friendly.
Kids starting to come, because first thing they usually do is go into the ark.
Yes.
And then this builds up, late morning, early afternoon?
We open at 9 back here.
Okay.
And then we stay open as long as we can until dusk. So
okay.
once it gets too dark, we'll send people back inside where they can see pretty well.
Okay. So, I see the emus there.
Yeah, the emus are...
Now, did we get emus and kangaroos because the CEO happens to be Australian? Or is it just because you guys like emus and kangaroos?
Maybe we were buttering up a little bit.
Okay.
The Australian animals are really awesome just to begin with. But these guys are doing amazing. We turn on the sprinklers for them and they go crazy. They run around in the water.
Really?
They come right up to guests. They love to be petted on by the zookeepers. We're hoping to eventually do an interaction type thing where we can let guests come up and feed them carrot sticks.
Oh, okay. That would be great.
Yeah.
So
they are...
Some more emus in here somewhere?
Yes, there's 4 total. We do not know their gender yet. We're going to see if we can determine that. You have to do a blood test in order to tell their gender.
Okay.
So we're waiting on that to see what we should name them.
There's another one in there as well.
Yep, that's our little baldy one. That one's probably the sweetest. He just kind of sticks his head up against the wall and waits for you to pet him. So this is their little mud wallow. They love to roll around in mud, so they come right up to where the guests are and
really? Right down
fling
here?
the water everywhere. It's a splash zone, but the kids love it. They're so funny.
So
They've got big personalities.
Deliberately put that there, or it just happened?
Yeah, it's actually sloped down so that it ended up right there, and then we can fill that with water, and they're really happy about it.
You really thought through this.
Yes.
Here
Are you gonna come up, bud? Oh, hello.
I can hear that.
Yeah, they actually make a drumming
sound.
noise.
Yeah.
The females are the ones that mainly do that, but you can hear it up to a mile away. It's a really deep sound. These guys are still juvenile, so they're not full grown. Once they start getting older, they'll do that drumming sound quite a bit more.
You know what's good, Sarah Jo? It's for people to hear you talking and realise this is just not an amateur thing here.
No, with a lot of thought and detail went into this
and
place.
you know your stuff.
Yes, and I'm also a vet tech, so I take care of all of the animals' veterinary needs as best as we can too.
Okay, so you've studied in that area.
Yes, yep.
How many other people do you have working here in the petting zoo? Well, not the petting zoo, the zoo
the petting zoo. Total. We have 20 seasonals that are all helping us out during our busy season, and then we've got, I think, 5 full-timers right now, and we'll grow as our animal collection grows as well.
So can we
Yeah, we can come on in here.
Okay, so this is actually the petting zoo part.
Yes.
Because it's an actual zoo called Ararat Ridge Zoo.
Yes,
and
within
then
the zoo, there's
a petting area.
Right.
And this is the petting zoo within the zoo. So we have...
We've got a little mini donkey there. Our big Nubians over there. So I'm going to show you guys our mini Nubians.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see how big these guys are, and then you'll realize why we got minis.
Now I realize we haven't finished the barn up there yet. What's going to go in there?
Eventually we're going to have some of our interaction animals in there that we can bring up to you guys, like hedgehogs, while people are waiting in line. And then that's also going to be our animals retreat space. So that way these guys are never forced to interact with people. Okay. They're more than welcome to come and go as they please.
So that doesn't look too far off being finished.
No, it's actually coming along really fast. They're doing a great job getting it done.
It's amazing we've got all this done ready for opening, actually.
Yeah. So we've got some baby doll sheep and a little mini pony. Rio over there, the little mini pony, I think he's one of the biggest hits. He's a big sweetheart. Kids will walk around with him all day. What do you think, Rio? He's a good boy. I don't know if you can see his little face.
Well, we can get the video around the front here to see him there.
So like I said, these guys are members of equine kind, so is that little donkey, and so is the zebra. So we've got different representatives of that kind here.
Again, the biblical worldview. And it's really teaching kinds and using a real zoo and a petting zoo to do it. So,
well, do we want to head over and meet our little behind-the-scenes goats?
So do you like these animals?
Yes.
They good?
Yeah, I'm on TV.
Yeah, you're on TV. Yeah. So say, hi, Mum, I'm on TV.
Hey, I'm on TV. I'm famous.
There we go. Oops. Hang on a sec. We got tangled up in the cord. There we go. Alrighty. Okay.
He's on TV.
Okay, so we'll go over now and go to one of the barns where.
Here's one of our more curious emus who likes to sit right up where all the action is and watch all the people
yeah.
in the petting area.
Hey, all the animals look really content and. I don't know, can I use a human word? Happy?
Yeah, they're pretty content here. We do a lot of enrichment for them too. So not only are they getting wonderful exhibits and wonderful care by all of our zookeepers, but we're also doing enrichment for them. So that's anything that stimulates them mentally and physically. So that way they're not just bored standing there all day.
And when people go to the Creation Museum, now what we have there is, like you have a petting zoo here within the zoo.
Yes.
There we don't have a zoo. We have a petting zoo, but it's a very unique petting zoo. You can go up to all the animals that are in there.
Yep.
And we have
can.
a zorse and a zonkey.
Yep, and then camels, wallabies, we've got coatis, all sorts of cool animals there.
Yeah, so there's a whole different feeling to what's there than here.
Yes, so it's good to see both.
It is.
And
we have
both
we have our own staff there to zookeepers.
Yes, we do. That's actually where I started out and got my experience starting there. So Leanne is in charge over there, and we work together to get all of our zoos kind of coordinating.
Now this is where the camel rides are going to be?
Yes, this is where the camel rides are going to be, which is awesome because right up there is where parents are going to take pictures of their kids on the camel heading this way, so they're going to get the arc in the background perfectly.
Where else in the world could you have a camel ride and get a picture of
that
kids
ark
on
in
a
the
camel
back?
with Noah's Ark in the background? Where could that be? Only here in Williamstown, Kentucky at Ark Encounter. That's the only place. And over here are the donkey rides.
Yes, we've got little mini donkeys. So this back here is our staff area, which is why it's blocked off. But our mini donkeys are currently being housed here, so that way they can be out and interact with the people.
So when
and
we
still see
get
each other.
larger donkeys in, we'll have donkey rides here?
Yes, that's where the standard donkeys are going to do rides here. These guys are going to be used to pull the carts and little satchels around for all throughout the park, so that way people can see them and interact with them.
Oh, really? You're gonna have them walk around the park? Mm-hmm. That will be fascinating.
So we have Sheba, Vashti, and Balaam in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's
So our big vet appointment is coming up next week, and that's the main reason we're holding off on bringing these guys out. We want to make sure they're fully vaccinated and healthy before we bring them out to the public.
Okay.
So that's why they're back here for now. But next week they'll be making their way out, especially on leashes, walking around and meeting the kids and getting socialized.
So they're going to walk just in the zoo area or around the rest of
I'm hoping eventually to get them up front. We've got one little guy, and I'll show him to you. He's going to probably come out all the way up to the ark and see everybody because he just loves attention.
Okay, you see all the pens down here. What are these pens here for?
These are where our standard donkeys are going to stay, and then they have a full pasture out back, so they can come and go as they please indoors and outdoors.
Oh, okay. It's all fenced in and...
Yes, yep, it will be. Right now it's not quite. That's why we don't have them yet.
Okay,
So we're going to get our
we're
fence
just
up,
getting
and
that
then they're getting in.
ready.
Yep.
The way you guys, the team here, that builds and you can put a
My dad, yeah.
put a fence up in 2 hours or something.
So these are our mini Nubians, and then we have a mini La Mancha, and we can go on in with them.
Okay.
So you saw how big the Nubians
So
in
we
the petting
get-
area are. These
so
guys are going to stay a lot smaller.
So we're getting a look at these guys before they
They
get
make
ready
their
for their
debut.
big debut to the public.
Yeah. So this little girl right here is Ruth, and then Naomi, and then we have Obed and Boaz, and they're really sweet. And then Malchus. So we named Malchus after the servant that had his ear cut off, and then Peter.
He doesn't look like he's got ears.
He doesn't. That is the type of goat. So they're called La Manchas. They're purposely bred that way, kind of like how you breed dogs to have shorter,
Yeah.
longer ears.
Well, are they? So this is also showing variation within a kind.
Right, exactly.
Which is a real friendly one, you said.
Malchus is. He's actually kind of napping. You want to come up and say hi, buddy? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at that. Hi.
So people think he looks really weird because he's missing his little ears, but he's doing
ears,
well.
and what do we got up here?
That's where, so they would have, some of them have horns and some of them
horns?
don't, and he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a bony
And
protrusion. And that's his little ears.
That's his little ears.
Yep.
Well, people are going to be fascinated by that.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to walk all around, meet everybody, because he just loves attention.
Wow, this place, this themed attraction is just going to get better and better and
It
better.
is.
This is going to be a very special part of it all. Not just the zoo, but the petting zoo,
Mm-hmm.
and then the animals that interact with people and interact through the park and here in the
Right.
zoo. So, well, I think we'll finish off here. Sarah Jo, thank you so much. And
problem.
you know, your dad is incredible. The way he his team built this barn.
Oh yeah.
They built the
In
petting.
no time at
They
all.
built the petting zoo barn. They built the zoo. I mean, I was here one day and came down the next, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
I came down before the ark opened. I came down and told your dad that I was disappointed because I was here the day before and didn't see a new building when I came down. So,
They're really fast.
the goat is trying to eat. They're trying to eat my microphone line. Oh, okay, so we're going to sign off here. Go to arkencounter.com. The Ark Encounter is now open. The zoo is open. The petting zoo is open, and we're only going to increase the number of animals as we go on here. And donkey rides and camel rides coming soon, and the zip lines should be open soon. We've had some major weather delays here. We've had an incredible amount of rain and storms, and the Lord's been gracious to us. They keep trying to chew my microphone cord here, and because it's just a miracle we're able to get this open, considering the delays we've had with the amount of rain, and get all that blacktop down and everything else. So, Sarah Jo, I'm just thrilled that there are people like you who are Christians, who love the Lord, and yet you're here knowing this is for a purpose, and yet you love animals and you know all about them. That is really special. Okay, so we're signing off here from Ark Encounter. Go to arkencounter.com for all the details, and make sure you come, gearing up for a real busy season now. Thousands have already come. That's just the beginning. So, signing off from Williamstown, Kentucky.